ICE is gonna kick me out. 90 Day Fiancé's Jasmine Pineda reveals new terrifying immigration update. Jasmine Pineda from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Recently opened up about her immigration status in the United States and a potential deportation scare. She married Gino Palazzolo in June 2023, and just a few months later, they sought marriage counseling to address their intimacy issues. Eventually, Jasmine and Gino agreed to explore open marriage, but she unexpectedly became pregnant with her friend, Matt Brownies, and gave birth to her third child in the United States. Jasmine also obtained her green card and is now set to return for 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 with Gino. Jasmine has been living in the United States for over 2 years, but her life as an immigrant may not be as stress-free as many might have imagined. In a TikTok live session, which was later reposted by @Therrealitiveness, Jasmine discussed her experiences in the United States. She mentioned living in a constant state of anxiety, nervousness, and fear that ICE, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, was gonna come and kick her out of the country. Jasmine didn't provide specific details about the reasons for her fears. However, she made it clear that she constantly felt stressed and worried about being sent back to Panama by ICE. Despite this fear, she tried to stay positive by smiling during the live session. Many fans in the comments seemed unsympathetic towards Jasmine's situation. What Jasmine's immigration battle in the U.S. means. Jasmine appears scared Gino might report her. Jasmine didn't disclose the reason for her concerns related to ICE, but there are several reasons why she may be feeling stressed and uncertain about her future in the United States. It appears that the main cause of Jasmine's worry is the fact that her relationship with Gino, who had sponsored her K-1 visa, didn't work out. If she obtained a conditional green card, she would likely have to reapply to have those conditions removed. However, she might need Gino to be present for this process, which isn't possible since they separated on bad terms. Jasmine may also be worried that Gino may try to deport her, although he hasn't mentioned anything about it. She may be concerned that ICE will deport her on suspicion of committing marriage-based fraud, especially if Gino reported it as such in court. Perhaps Jasmine may simply be worried because she doesn't fully understand the United States legal system. She may not be aware of all her full rights as a green card holder and is afraid that ICE may deport her from the country in the near future. Our take on Jasmine's heartbreaking immigration update. Jasmine is gracefully handling the situation. While it's easy to speculate why Jasmine is concerned, it's also possible that she brought up the deportation topic to spark controversy. Over the months, Jasmine has made several posts teasing fans. The fact that she smiled while discussing her fears related to deportation suggests that she may not be as worried as she claimed. However, if Jasmine is genuinely concerned about her status in the United States, she should consult with a lawyer to discuss it. Understanding more about her rights will help the 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Cast member feel more secure. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, My Big Fat Fabulous Life and Welcome to Plathville return in July, exclusive. 3. TLC. Favorites are returning this summer. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, My Big Fat Fabulous Life and Welcome to Plathville are all coming back in July, the Wrap has exclusively learned. First up will be My Big Fat Fabulous Life, which will premiere its 13th season on July 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time. The reality show follows Whitney Thor and her family. This new season follows Thor as she makes some bold moves to get the life she wants and continues her search for love. With her signature humor and heart, she reignites her passion for dance, explores the possibility of a fresh start in Salem, Massachusetts, and takes meaningful steps toward becoming a mother on her own through artificial insemination. A press release for the season reads, My Big Fat Fabulous Life is produced for TLC by Pilgrim Media Group, a division of Lionsgate Alternative Television. That will be followed by the newest installment of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Whereas 90 Day Fiancé follows couples as they navigate the American K-1 visa process, Happily Ever After checks in on fan-favorite couples in the next stage of their relationship. Season 9 will premiere on July 6 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time and will follow 8 couples: Gino and Jasmine, Brandon and Julia, Tiger Lily and Adnan, Kara and Guillermo, Jovi and Yara, Elizabeth and Andre, Loren and Alexei, and finally Darcy and Georgie. After the honeymoon stage wears off, these couples will have to adjust to their real lives together. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, is produced for TLC by Sharp Entertainment, which is a part of Sony Pictures Television, non-fiction. The last new series to premiere on TLC in July will be Season 7 of Welcome to Plathville, which returns July 22 at 10 p.m. Eastern Time/Pacific Time. The series originally followed Kim and Barry Plath and their 9 kids, who lived on a rural farm in Georgia with limited access to the outside world. As the series has progressed, it's followed the Plaths in different stages of their lives. Love is in the air for several of the Plaths, who are each wondering if they have found the one, a press release for the series reads. As Lydia and Zach speed toward I do after just 4 months of dating, Micah and Veronica hit a rough patch. Meanwhile, Barry and Kim are still navigating their ongoing divorce. Welcome to Plathville is produced by A. Smith & Company. Productions for TLC. 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 just became the most intense season yet. After being on air for over 10 years and having over 20 spin-offs, the 90 Day Fiancé franchise is known for being repetitive and occasionally losing its spark. However, as the couples near their wedding dates, I think 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 has become the most riveting season since the beginning of the OG series. 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 had a rough start. I most certainly didn't expect the turn of events that would occur and for it to happen so quickly. Except for the married couple, Amani and Matt Jalassi, who's dating Eni Aguirre, Season 11 seemed much like the other seasons. While Sarper Guven might have arrived in America with a new attitude, he and Shekinah Garner still have the same issues as their previous appearances. Then there's Mama's boy Greg Chilek, whose storyline closely resembles franchise villain Colt Johnson's. Mina Mack and Mark Bessette represent the common May-December relationship often seen in the franchise, and while Mahdi Al-Sadi tried not to let his Muslim beliefs impede his relationship, he refused to accept Stevie Savage's answers regarding her sexuality. However, the last 2 episodes have contained an absurd amount of drama that not only had my jaw dropping to the floor, but I think this may have turned into the best season I've seen in a long time. 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 Unusual amount of prenups and ultimatums. Prenups and ultimatums are quite common in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. In fact, prenups have been an issue since the inception of the series. In Season 3, Nikki Mediano and Mark Shoemaker discussed and signed a prenup, and these issues only continued to be a main storyline for most of the franchise couples as the years went on. This season, though, I think the prenup and ultimatum discussions have topped all previous seasons. This year, it seems like all the couples are at odds and are unwilling to budge from their viewpoint. Sean Finch, Shekinah, and Mark all gave their fiancés a prenup. On top of that, Jessica Parsons also gave Juan David Daza an ultimatum that he could either work on the cruises or get married and be part of their family, not both. Even the throuple with Amani, Eni, and Matt was on the verge of ending if Amani didn't receive the answers and clarity she was looking for. Overall, in the last few episodes I've watched all the couples reach major obstacles in their relationships, and I'm left wondering if any of them are strong enough to overcome them. Time is ticking, and I'm not sure who will get married. The main reason I find this so alarming is because of how far we are into the 90 Day Fiancé season already. Episode 16 just aired and most of the couples are only days away from their wedding, but don't seem to be on the same page. Sean and Aaliyah Batista were preparing for their wedding day, and she still hadn't decided on signing the prenup. Shekinah and Sarper were also moments away from their wedding, but he added the most ridiculous wait clause to their prenup, so they'll likely have some negotiating to do. Mark and Mina are the only couple who seem to blow through the prenup with minimal issues, but there are other, familial, issues getting in the way of their wedding day. Similarly, Jessica and Juan, and Stevie and Maudie are also rapidly encroaching on their wedding days, and I'm not convinced either of them will make it. Maudie was still hung up on Stevie's sexuality and revealed in his confessional he might have made a mistake. Meanwhile, Juan wants Jessica to learn Spanish and let him work on the cruise. Considering all the couples are facing extreme turmoil just days before the wedding really has me wondering who will actually make it to the altar this year. Or maybe this will be a year we see almost no weddings. In the end, I think season 11 made a major comeback this year. I wasn't prepared for the amount of drama that happened. The season seemed to flow by quickly and didn't stick out much compared to the other seasons. However, these last few episodes and the drama they've produced had a reminiscent undertone of what the original series once stood for. I'm just as glued to my couch as ever and I have no idea what to expect come the season finale and tell-alls. Overall, though, this season just did a 180, and I'm excited to see how the 90-day fiancé couples progress by the end.